floating wave stitch tutorial starts with a multiple of 22. So you can chain the amount of stitches you would like and then insert your hook into those chains to make single crochet, and so on. Or you can start with a chainless foundation single crochet. So you start with a chain 2, insert your hook in that first chain, pull up a loop. Yarn over and pull through that first loop to make that chain, yarn over and pull through the 2 to finish the single crochet. Then for the next one, you go back into that chain stitch we made to pull up another loop, yarn over, pull through 1, making another chain across the bottom, pull through 2 for that single crochet. So you can go ahead and make the required number of stitches. So a repeat of 22 plus 11. I'm going to do 2 repeats, so that's 44 stitches plus 11 more, which will be 55 stitches on my sample. Go ahead and make either your starting chain and single crochet or the chainless foundation single crochet for your desired length. For row 2, we'll start with the chain 1 and single crochet into the first stitch and every stitch down the row. So you'll make the same number of single crochet as you did for your foundation row, single crochet in each stitch. For row 3, I'm changing my color, so I just pull through on that last stitch, those last 2 loops with the new color to change. Chain 2, which counts as a half double crochet. Then we'll place a half double crochet in each of the next 13 stitches. 2, 3, 12, and 13 half double crochet. We'll skip 2 stitches and we'll work 7 double crochet in the next stitch. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7 double crochet in that same stitch after we skipped 2. We'll skip 2 stitches, half double crochet in 17. 2, 3, 'So you will repeat that down the row, skipping 2 stitches, 7 double crochet in the next, skip 2 stitches, half double crochet in the next 17. Repeat that until you're a little ways from the end. You'll skip 2 stitches, make another set of 7 double crochet in that next stitch. Six and 7 double crochet, skip 2, and then there should be 14 stitches left, so we'll half double crochet in each of those 14. 3, 4, 5, 13 and 14 half double crochet. For row 4, we'll continue with color B, turn and chain 1, which doesn't count as a stitch, single crochet into that first stitch, and work a front post half double crochet around the next 11 stitches. So yarn over, insert from the front, around the back, back to the front. We're looking on the wrong side, so you want to make sure you're going under all of those loops, that extra loop at the back, to work around the post of the stitch. Pull up a loop, pull through 3 to finish that front post half double crochet. 2, 3, we'll work this for 11 stitches, and 11 front post half double crochet. Then we're going to skip the next 2 stitches, which will bring us to those 7 double crochet. Around the first of those double crochet, we'll work 2 front post double crochet. Yarn over, insert your hook around the post, pull up a loop, yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over, pull through 2. Then we'll work a second one around the same post, so yarn over again, just work lower or beneath the first front post double to pull up a loop, yarn over, pull through 2, pull through 2, for 2 front post double around that first stitch. Then we'll make a front post double around each of the next 2 stitches, 1 and 2. Then around the next stitch, which should be the 4th of that set, we'll work 3 front post double crochet around that stitch. So 1, 2, and the last time, the 3rd one around that same post. Front post double around each of the next 2. And then 2 front post double around that last double crochet of the set of 7. 1 and 2. If you flip that and look on the other side, you can see how you've made that ridge around the back from those stitches. We'll skip 2 stitches, and then we'll work those front post half double crochet around each of the next 13 stitches. 1, 2, 13 front post half double crochet. Then you'll repeat that, skipping the next 2 stitches and working that set of front post double crochets around the group of 7, skip 2, 13 front post half until you're at your last set before the end. So we'll skip those 2 stitches, work the 2 front post double around that first double crochet, front post double around each of the next 2 stitches, three front post double around this next stitch. That's the middle double crochet of the set of 7. 2 and 3. Then 1 front post double around each of the next 2 stitches. And then 2 front post double around that last stitch. Then we'll skip those next 2 stitches, working the front post half double crochet around the last 11 stitches of the row. After 11 front post half double crochet, we'll be left with that last stitch, that chain 2 that we started the previous row. We want to single crochet in the top of that chain 2. Row 5, we will turn and chain 1, which does not count as a stitch. Single crochet into that first stitch, and then we want to work a back post. So insert around the back of the post, pull that yarn through, and finish the half double crochet. Back post half double crochet around each of the next 9. 3, 4, 5, 8, and 9. Back post half double crochet. Skip 2 stitches, those last 2 before that shell or wave part. 2 back post double crochet around that first stitch. To work the second one, I put my hook in front of the back post I just made to pull up the loop. So 2 back post double around that first stitch. Back post double around each of the next 2 stitches. And around this next stitch, we will make 2 back post double crochet. 1, insert the hook in front, and work the second back post double. Then around each of these next 3 that were made around that 1 double crochet, we'll put 1 back post double around each of those 3. 1, 2, and 3. 2 back post double around the next stitch. Back post double around each of the next 2. And 2 back post double around that last stitch of that wave section. We'll skip the next 2. And back post half around the next 9. So you can work that down the side, and I'll meet you before the end. So at our last repeat, we'll skip 2, back post half around the next 9, left with 1 stitch at the end. We'll place a single crochet in that stitch. Round 6, continuing with color B, turn and make a chain 1, which doesn't count as a stitch. Single crochet in that first stitch. Then we'll work front post stitches again, working around that post of the next 7 stitches to make front post half double crochet around each. That's 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 front post half double crochet, skipping those last 2 stitches before the wave. We'll work 2 front post double around that first stitch of the wave. 1 and 2 front post double. Around each of the next 5, we'll work a front post double. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. We'll make 2 front post double around the next stitch. One front post double around the next, which should be the center stitch of this set. 2 front post double around the next. One front post double around each of the next 5 stitches. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. There should be 1 stitch left, 2 front post double around that final stitch. Skip next 2 stitches and front post half around each of the next 5. That's 2, 3, 4, and 5. And we'll repeat that down the row with those front post stitches, skipping 2, and then those front post half. And I'll meet you at the end. When you've worked your final repeat, after those last front post half double crochet, there should be 2 post stitches left. We'll make another front post half around each of those, and finish the row with a single crochet in that last stitch. Row 7, this is our last row with this color B, chain 1, single crochet in that first stitch, and then back post half around each of the next 5 stitches. If you find it a bit tricky on the half double crochet to do the back post, I sometimes lay my work this way and look sort of at the front so I can find that post a little bit easier to find that post instead of getting caught on those extra ridges. So that's 3, 4, and 5. Skip those last 2 stitches. We will work 2 back post double around that first stitch, back post double around each of the next 5, and we'll do that a total of 3 times. There's 3, 3, 4, and 5. Two more times, so back post 2 around the next stitch, 1 and 2, back post double around that stitch, back post double around each of the next 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. One more repeat, so 2 back post double around this next stitch, back post double around each of the next 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Should leave one final stitch in this wave, and we'll place 2 back post double around that final stitch. Skip 2 stitches, back post half, so there'll just be the 1 back post half double crochet in between our waves. We'll skip 2 stitches again, and then work the set of back post doubles around the wave, skip 2 stitches, 1 back post half, and I'll meet you at the end. After our last repeat, we've done that 1 back post half double crochet, and we'll work a back post half around each of the next 4 stitches. So that's 2, 3, and 4, and single crochet in that last stitch to finish this row and the color B section. For row 8, we're returning to color A, so I've done my chain 1 already. Actually, this needs to be a chain 2, which acts as a double crochet. We'll double crochet in each of the next 4. 1, 2, 3, and 4. So then we're going to make a double crochet together. So we'll yarn over, insert our hook in that last stitch, pull up a loop, pull through 2 for 2 loops on the hook. Yarn over, insert in the next stitch, pull up a loop, yarn over, pull through 2, 3 loops on hook, yarn over, pull through all 3 to make a double crochet 2 together. Then we will double crochet in each of the next 21 stitches. So that's 1, 2, 3, and 21. 21 double crochet. You'll see how we have a post stitch left. We'll work in that post stitch, the half double crochet, and that first front post half double crochet. We're making a double crochet 3 together. Yarn over, insert in the post stitch, pull up a loop, yarn over, pull through 2, 2 loops. Insert into the next stitch after we yarn over, pull up a loop, yarn over, pull up a loop, pull through 2 for 3 loops, yarn over into that post half stitch, pull up a loop, yarn over, pull through 2, 4 loops on our hook, yarn over, pull through all 4 loops to make that double crochet 3 together. Then we'll repeat that with double crochet in the next 21, double crochet 3 together down the side, and I'll meet you just before the end. On your last repeat after the 21 double crochet, we'll work a double crochet 2 together on this final set of stitches. Double crochet in the next 5 stitches. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Row 9, using color C. We'll start with that chain 2, which counts as our first half double crochet. Then we will work a half double crochet in each of the next 24 stitches. 2, 3. So 24 half double crochet to start row 9. We will skip 2 stitches, and in the next stitch we'll work the 7 double crochet, and that'll be in the top of the 3 together stitch. So 7 double crochet, that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7 for 7 double crochet. We'll skip 2 stitches, half double crochet in the next 17 stitches. 2, 3, and 17 half double crochet. You'll repeat that, skip 2 stitches, 7 double crochet, skips 2 stitches, half double crochet in the next 17. Down the side until just before the end of the row. So after those repeats of the 17 half double crochet, we'll half double crochet in the remaining 8 stitches. 2, 3, 7, and 8. 8 half double crochet, the 8th one is in the top of our turning chain 2. Round 10, we'll start with the chain 1, which doesn't count as a stitch, single crochet into that first half double crochet. Then we'll work front post half double crochet around each of the next 22 stitches. Yarn over, go from the front around the back of the post to pull up a loop, yarn over, pull through all 3. Front post half double crochet around the next 22 stitches. After our 22 front post half double crochet, we'll skip the last 2 stitches before the 7 double crochet. We'll work those front post double crochet around those stitches. So 2 front post double around the first double of the group of 7. And then double front post double around each of the next 2 stitches. And the next stitch should be the center stitch of that group of 7. Make 3 front post double crochet around that stitch. So that's 2 and 3 front post double around that center stitch. Front post double around each of the next 2 stitches. And 2 front post double around that last of the group of 7. So you can see how our new wave is in between the 2 from the previous sets. We'll skip the next 2 stitches, front post half around the next 13 stitches. 1, 2. And you'll repeat that across the row until just before the end of the row, and I'll meet you there. Once you've repeated your 13 front post half double crochet on the last repeat, you'll continue with a front post half on the remaining 9 stitches, which will take you just to that turning chain to work a single crochet in the top of that turning chain 2 to finish this row. Row 11, We'll start with a chain 1 and single crochet in that first stitch. Then we'll work back post half double crochet around the next 20 stitches. That's, again, if you find it easier, turn it so you can see the front of the stitch to work your half double, back post half double crochet. So 20. After the 20, we will skip those last 2 stitches before our wave section. Skipping those last 2, we'll work 2 back post double crochet around that first stitch, 2 back post double. And then around each of the next 2, we'll make a back post double crochet. And around the next stitch, we'll make 2 back post doubles. 1 and 2. And then around each of those 3 that were made around the center stitch, we'll make 1 back post double around each of the next 3 stitches. 1, 2, and 3. 2 back post double around this next stitch. 1 and 2. And back post double around each of the next 2 stitches. Which should bring us to that last stitch of the wave, and we'll make 2 back post double around that stitch. Then we'll skip those first 2. We'll work back post half around the next 9 stitches, 9 back post half double crochet, and skipping 2 after that and working the next shell. So you can continue that down the row. I'll meet you just before the end. After your last repeat of those 9 back post half double crochet, we won't skip anymore, and we'll continue to back post half around the next 11 stitches, which will take us just to that last stitch, placing a single crochet in the top of that last stitch to finish this row. Row 12, we'll chain 1 and single crochet in that first stitch. We'll work the front post half around the next 18 stitches. 1, 2, 17 and 18 front post half double crochet. We'll skip those last 2 stitches to begin working around the wave. So starting with that first stitch, we'll make 2 front post double crochet around that first stitch in the wave section. Front post double around each of the next 5 stitches. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 2 front post double around the next stitch, front post double around the next, which should be the center stitch of this group, 2 front post double around the next. Front post double around each of the next 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Should leave 1 stitch left in this wave section, 2 front post double around that last stitch. Then you'll skip the next 2 stitches and work 5 front post half double crochet. So half, front post half around the next 5 stitches. And skipping the last 2 before the next wave. So continue that repeat down the row. On your last repeat after the 5 front post half double crochet, you'll work 13 more front post half double crochet and place a single crochet in the last stitch of the row. Row 13 will start with a chain 1 and single crochet in that first stitch. Back post half double crochet around each of the next 16 stitches. So that's 2, 3, and we'll work 16 total. Once you've worked those 16 back post half double crochet, you will skip 2 stitches and we're ready to start working that wave section, starting with 2 back post double crochet around that first stitch of the wave. 2 back post double crochet, back post double around each of the next 5 stitches. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. And we'll repeat that 2 more times. So 2 back post double around this next stitch, back post double around the next 5. 1, 2, and 5. One more repeat, 2 back post double around this next stitch, back post double around each of the next 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5, and 2 back post double around that last stitch. We'll skip those next 2 stitches and make a back post half double crochet and skip 2 stitches and start your next wave. So you can continue that down the row. When you've made your last repeat after that 1 back post half double crochet, we'll continue with 15 more back post half double crochet. And 15 back post half double crochet, ending the row with a single crochet in that final stitch. Row 14, continuing on with color A, start with that chain 2, which counts as our first double crochet. Then we'll double crochet in the next 15 stitches. That's 2, 3, 15 double crochet. There should be one double crochet left, so we'll make our double crochet 2 together, pull up a loop in the next stitch, yarn over, pull through 2, leaving 2 loops on our hook. Yarn over, insert into the next stitch, pull up a loop, yarn over, pull through 2, 3 loops on the hook, yarn over, pull through all 3 to make that double crochet 2 together. Then we'll double crochet in the next 21 stitches. 1, 2, 3, and 21 double crochet. Then we're going to work that double crochet 3 together again, so yarn over, insert into the next stitch, which is the last stitch of our shell, to pull up a loop, yarn over, pull through 2. Yarn over, in the next stitch, which is that half double crochet, pull up a loop, yarn over, pull through 2, 3 loops on the hook, yarn over. Your next stitch will be the first stitch of your next wave section. You will pull up a loop, yarn over, pull through 2 for 4 loops on the hook, yarn over, pull through all 4 for the double crochet 3 together. And then you would continue working the double crochet 21 and the 3 together. At the end of your last repeat of the double crochet 21 stitches, then we'll work the double crochet 2 together. And then we're going to end the row with double crochet in the last 16 stitches. 15 and 16, which will be in that last stitch. And that ends our set of waves to show you the floating waves stitch pattern. So you can go ahead and repeat that from row 3, all those 2 sections, and you can repeat that for whatever project you want to use this for. Once again, thanks to our designer for this beautiful stitch pattern, and have fun creating many projects using this. Until next time, bye.